What is going on, everybody? We are back working on Daredevil. It's a beautiful cloudy day. I think it's supposed to rain, so hopefully we can get this stuff knocked out before it does. The main goal for today is I want to get these fenders off. I don't know if we'll be putting anything on today, but I definitely want to get these fenders off. I got a few hours. I'm gonna head into town. Gonna go see that new Spider-Man movie, and I'm excited. So try to get some of this stuff knocked out, and we'll see how far we get. But last time, I severely underestimated how hard it was to get the bumper and the header panel off, but this time, I think the fenders are going to be super duper easy. They don't even have all the bolts in it, it looks like. What I'm seeing here is there's a bolt here, got a bolt there, and we got a bolt that should be there. Now, of course, I say that, but I guarantee it's not going to be that easy because it never is with me. Alright, it looks like these are going to be 8mm bolts. So we're going to hook up the socket set and we're just going to get this thing rolling. As you can see, we have the bolts out, but I think we're going to have to take off this antenna because I really don't want to break it when I take this off. And it is just about to come off. Probably a couple more bolts holding it somewhere, but she's almost ready, boys. Turns out all you need to take that antenna off is a small little adjustable wrench. Just give it a twist, spins right off. Alright, so we're now in the passenger side of the car. We're behind the fender, and I'm going to show you guys what I found. So within the door, you can see it through the gap there. There's a bolt, and then there's another one down below, right below your speaker harness thing, right in there. So we're gonna take those out, probably with the use of an extension, and I think that fender will come off. Alright, we got one of the bolts out, and this is taking a long time. I'm using just a socket wrench with a bunch of extensions, and it's just what the doctor ordered. So let's go ahead and get this second bolt out. Alright, we got both bolts off. So that's where they were. And now, the time has come to see if this thing will just pop off, like I popped off this door panel. Alright, what I didn't think about was this antenna cord going from, inside the car, obviously, to out here. And then there's one more bolt at the bottom that we'll have to grab. But we're about there, boys. So to get this antenna off, it looks to me as if you just pry this cover up. Just like that. And then there's these Phillips bolts. And we should just be able to take that out, and then this should pop off. We got all three screws out, so this should just come up like that, which it does. And now we just gotta figure out how to disconnect it. Alright, so you gotta persuade it a little bit, but that does eventually just pull right off. Alright, so right under here, there's two little clips that you can try to take off, break off, do whatever, and then once you get those off, the wheel well will move. And there's two final bolts right there. Alright, so on the back side of these bolts, there's going to be a little nut. You can't see it, so you're just going to have to feel around for it. It should be, actually I don't know, it's a lot bigger than the front, which is still an 8. So I just used an adjustable wrench, got it out like that. Now let's get the second one off. Alright, now that we have those off, this fender should just come off, just like that. The only thing holding it is this wheel well. There she is. Alright, so we got the fender off. This thing is just torn to shreds. Because what happened was this whole front suspension went out when it did. Tire came up, crushed that obviously, so it's in a sad state of affairs, but suspension's good. We redid that. We put in new tie rods, A-arms, bearings, everything, even a new rack and pinion. So the suspension on the front is good. I do want to get coilovers though, I just couldn't afford it at the time. But so we're gonna do the same thing on the other side, but we're gonna wait because as you can see it's raining. So I will get there when I get there. It's the next day. It rained and I didn't get a chance to work on it again last night, but we're back. And I walked outside to find the headlights. The headlights are in. We're not going to be using them today. We're going to be taking off that fender. He is in a state of disrepair, but that is going to be fixed very soon. Alright, so you guys saw how we took off this fender. It's going to be the exact same thing on this other side here. So I'm going to go ahead and get it taken off, and then we will go from there and see what our next step is. This fender is in pretty decent shape. I might just go ahead and keep it as a spare in case I need it, because you never know. Here in the Midwest, deer just love to jump out. But here's what we got so far. We got both fenders off, the bumper, the header panel. I did notice while I was taking another piece of the header panel out, this bracket appears to be pretty bent. See how it's in it at like a 45-degree angle? And this one is pretty well just a straight 90. So I think I'm gonna have to bend this out a little bit and do some metal work. And by metal work, I mean hitting it with a hammer or bending it and seeing if we can get it maybe back into where it's supposed to be. So we made some really good progress with Daredevil this episode. We got both fenders off, and so next time we're gonna be putting the header panel back on, and we'll just start putting this thing back together piece by piece, getting it back ready for the road. And from there on, I do have some much bigger plans for this car. We're gonna redo the interior. It's got tan and black mixed together. We wanna do an all black interior and get this thing in really tip-top shape. So with that being said, I will see you guys in the next episode. Thank you for sticking with me through this project. We're gonna have a beautiful car when we're done. Catch you on the flip side.